Guys, so we're going to make a project using the new year as our theme, and you can feel free to adjust this project to whatever you like. I'm going to make this kind of wavy line. You do not have to do a wavy line. You could do a straight line. You could do a different type of shaped line. So I do that wavy line. I mark it in the middle, and then I'm just going to mark the other two sides. So I'm kind of making it into a symmetrical shape by doing it this way, but it's a line with a shape, kind of curved, and I'm just going to mark both sides. All right, so now that I have that marked, I'm going to split it again in half, and this is making 4 sections. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn each one of those rectangles into a number. So I'm just going to be sketching my number. Notice how lightly I'm sketching. So remember we talked about in class, sketch it light until it's right. I am going super light. I'm just gently drawing my numbers. So that's 2. Next, I'm going to do my O. Now notice I put my hand in that oval shape several times before touching it down to the paper. And that's just to make a more beautiful oval. Okay, now I'm going to start working on another 2. So again, notice it's just very light. I'm just following the shape of that line I made, just following in there. It doesn't need to be perfect, just as best as you can. And then now I'm going to add in the 3. And so I'm just, again, following the curved shape I made, and then I'll be making that a little bit nicer in the end. Okay, so and then this is what you do for making your shape, and then now you have it done. And this is where we can decide if we want to follow this next part of the project or if you just want to work on the numbers for the year 2023. So what I'm going to do, which you do not have to do, is I'm going to add beneath my numbers a rabbit. And I want to create the rabbit having a Chinese New Year meal. And I want these numbers to be floating above him. So I'm just kind of sketching his head and sketching his body shape. We're not going to see his whole body, just like his arms, like he's sitting at the table waiting to eat. And then now I'm going to just sketch the line for the table. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. If you make a mistake, it's okay. Just do the best you can. So I'm just going to make that line. And then now I'm going to think about the foods that I would like to eat for my Chinese New Year feast. So I'm going to get some plates coming. Usually at Chinese New Year, you have several different dishes on the table. So I do want to put these dishes in. My first dish, I think, make it a little bit deeper. So notice I did that circle and then I just did another kind of like little shape under it to look like the ledge. This one I'm going to put like a little steamer plate in there. Those things are what you usually have if you go to eat dim sum. And then this last plate, again, just the best you can. I'm going to start adding in some oranges on this plate, like a nice pyramid of oranges. And on this plate, let's have some steamed little baozi. Those are delicious. Just add those lines. And on the plate in the middle, let's have some fish for a long and happy life. Because if you have the fish from the head to the tail, it means a good start to the year and a good end to the year. And on this plate, I'm going to add lotus root. I know lotus root has a good meaning for Chinese New Year, so I'm just going to add that in. And on that last plate, I'll add in some dumplings. So remember, you do not have to do this if you do not want to, but if you would like to add the rabbit and the meal in, feel free to. I'm going to speed up the video, so just go ahead and watch and follow along. All right, so I have done the inking and now I'm going to decide what I want to represent me in the new year. So each number is going to have a different symbol hidden inside. So with like my first one, I'm going to do hearts. My second one, I want to do like dumbbells, like these like lifting weight dumbbells for strength and just being stronger. And in the next one, I'll put smiley faces because I really want my new year to be happy. And for the last one, I will put paint splatters and paintbrushes because I want my new year to be full of art and creativity. So love, strength, happiness, and creativity are my wishes for my new year. So if you didn't want to add the rabbit in, this is where you can start with your project in putting every single number having a symbol and then hiding the symbol with a pattern and making that pattern really fun and busy so that your message is a little bit like a secret. So enjoy watching and good luck with your project.